We're often asked what has to be considered when printing our iglidur tribofilaments. And the short answer is, it's not that different from processing standard technical filaments. And today I will show you some simple steps, such as drying the filament, preparing the printer, and selecting the right processing parameters to make it as easy as possible for you. The first step is drying the material. All of our tribofilaments are delivered in a vacuum-sealed bag. However, we recommend to dry the material before the first print job and also after storing the material for some while. The iglidur i190 is especially sensitive to moisture, and thus we recommend to dry it at least overnight or 24 hours before the printing, and also to feed it into the printer directly from the dryer. For drying, we are using a filament dryer such as this, and we can use standard parameters for polyamide, so around 60 to 65 degrees. And we can recognize moisture in the material during processing. So when the material is molten in the nozzle, it will ooze out of the nozzle and leave residue on the printed part. And also we will see some over extrusion in the part, so we will have bad surface quality. And moisture in the material during processing can also negatively affect the precision of the part and also the mechanical properties of the part. Now we can load the filament into the printer, and for this we can choose a standard profile for PACF, which is suited in this case. However, the iglidur i190 is not an abrasive material, so we don't need a hardened nozzle. Next, we will prepare the print bed. We can use soap water or isopropyl alcohol to clean the print surface and make sure that we don't have any fingerprints or residue on the build plate. And these PEI-coated magnetic sheets are very well suited for the iglidur i190. But for other surfaces, such as glass, we recommend our adhesion promoter for the iglidur tribofilaments. And this will allow perfect adhesion when the build plate is heated up, and when the build plate is cooled down after the print job, it will release the part easily. For the correct print parameters, we offer a detailed document with processing instructions that can be downloaded from our webshop, or if you scan the QR code on our spool, it will lead you directly to the document. For popular printers, such as the Bambu Lab or the Pusher machines, we offer a ready-made profile that can be downloaded and used directly for great results. I should note for this material that too high of a build volume temperature or too high of an extrusion speed can lead to deformation of the material in the extruder and to blocking of the nozzle. Alright, now we can already start our first print job. All we have to do is start the print and monitor the first few layers to make sure the material is adhering properly and the print job will be successful. After the print job is finished and the print bed has cooled down, the part can usually be easily removed, and it could now be post-processed. For example, we can drill holes, we can ream bearing surfaces, or we could add threaded inserts. And a successful print with iglidur i190 can be recognized by an even color and by a smooth and slightly rough surface that reminds you of an SLS part, and depending on the line width and layer height, the lines and layers are not even visible in the finished part. Printed parts from iglidur i190 can be directly used. However, for long-term form stability and temperature stability, we recommend annealing the parts after the print job. And for this, we have a detailed report that can also be downloaded from our webshop or accessed through the processing instructions that will tell you all you need to know about this. And that's already it. By adhering to these simple steps, printing of iglidur i190 will be easy and your project will be a success. Thanks for your attention.